Howdy, howdy, Sudevil here, and a quick video for the Nehekhara Warriors. Now, in the testing video we did for units 401 to 600 gold, Nehekhara Warriors came in very low, and I said they should actually do better because that is a specific infantry fight, is an infantry test, and these are indeed designated as anti-infantry and damage dealers. And some of the comments were interesting because some people have made good use of Nehekhara warriors in some builds, and the question was, well, are their faction heals got to be worth something? And they do end up getting a summon of Ushaptis and these types of thing, and they're undead. Of course, they have fear and they don't break. Really, I think the Nehekhara warriors don't need that much of a change to get them to where they need to be. I think they just need a true anti-infantry bonus of like a bonus versus infantry of 6 or 7. They don't need even that much, just to make them true anti-infantry and a damage and to kind of make them fit. But I wanted to demonstrate exactly what this looks like in terms of their performance when they do get their faction heals and their Upshapi. So I've got a bunch of Nehekhara warriors, 19 to be exact, at 575 versus a bunch of Crypt Ghouls at just 500. And Crypt Ghouls, again, they're undead, they have fear, and they will just crumble and not break. And Crypt Ghouls, no one says Crypt Ghouls are meta-defining OP low-tier units. They're hardly even used. I mean, Crypt Ghouls I think are actually a pretty decent unit, but they are not really that used. So you would think the Nehekhara warriors should be able to handily deal with a Crypt Ghoul because they cost more and they are specifically anti-infantry. So we'll start that battle, and I've got an additional mod which is called General AI or something, just so I can make the AI so I don't control one army and have the other army get controlled. It's just AI versus AI. So it's again on this small field, so I'll just go 10, shift F10, there we go. So now all 19 units are under AI control, and I just hit start battle, and I'm going to fast forward, and we're just going to let them fight. And this will take a little bit, but I wanted to have the maximum benefit from healing for the tier souls, the realm of souls tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and I do want to summon the Ushapti as well so that we can actually see how that sits. So you can see most of them have at least, all of them will make use of that healing. See, even this one, 6713, they're going to make use of the healing. There's not one of these units that didn't make use of the Realm of Souls tier 1. So I wanted to maximize the actual effect of Realm of Souls so you can see what that does, and then you'll get the tier 2 and the tier 3. I mean, this takes a little while. I mean, I don't know how long it's going to take, like 5 minutes or something. But I just wanted to demonstrate what this actually looks like. So we got the Realm of the tier 2 Realm of Souls. Again, every unit is getting the full benefit of that Realm of Souls. Every unit had at least some health that was available to be healed. Yeah, this unit 6840 of 6600, so every single unit got the benefit of that, and every single unit will get the benefit of the tier 3 Realm of Souls as well. We'll just let that click off here, and then we're going to summon our Ushapti, so we get the full benefit of that in a 19 versus 19 Crypt Ghouls versus Nehekhara warrior. So they're getting the benefit of that. Now we're just going to summon our Ushapti, like kind of right there. It doesn't really matter. I just want to get them into that fight, and then now the Ushapti are also fighting. So just Nehekhara warriors versus just Crypt Ghouls, both undead units. The Nehekhara warriors have yielded the full benefit of Realm of Souls tier 1, 2, and 3, and we did summon a group of Ushapti, and they're fighting in that back line, so they're getting full benefit of the Ushapti summon in this fight as well. So this is kind of what I wanted to show off in this fight so everyone could sort of see it. And so they've got all their heals, they've got their Ushapti, and now they're just going to have to keep fighting. And this is going to take a while. We do have it on fast forward, but again, I wanted a 19 versus 19 so you could sort of see how these units of Nehekhara warriors perform in this sort of scenario. Again, I understand that some people can make these units work in certain situations, and it's the case that I've seen. Grimgor Ironhide has been weak a weak lord for a long time, but I've seen people use Grimgor and win with him. And I think Helmengors is widely considered one of the worst lords in the entire game, and I've seen people have builds with Helmengors and win. I don't think it's the most competitive build, and I think, if you want to be the most competitive, you're not going to bring Helmengors or Grimgor, and I think it's the same with Nehekhara Warriors. If you want the absolute most competitive Tomb Kings build, you wouldn't bring the Nehekhara Warrior. Unless you just had 575 gold left and you wanted to fill a task or a role. And I think all you got to do to bring them up to speed is to give them a true bonus versus infantry. If it's like something small, like 6, 5, 6, 7, something like that. It doesn't have to be that much, but it will change this math by quite a bit. And it's not going to make them overpowered or amazing or an incredible unit that dominates the game. It will just make them more intuitive because it says they're anti-infantry, it says they're a damage dealer, yet their performance leaves a little bit something to be desired. So we end that battle, and we can see this is kind of, again, the testing that I do is not the end-all and be-all of testing. That's not what I'm saying at all. The testing that I do gives you some insight into the units, and it allows you to have fun conjecture. Like I say, well, this would be fun if this happened, or this is what I possibly think. And I always look forward to your opinions as well, because they're interesting. It's interesting to have that discussion. This is what I think and why. And, I've learned so much about a game by doing this, but this is exactly, I wanted to make it more clear what I mean when I say Nehekhara Warriors are underperforming. And this is a perfect example. Nehekhara Warriors are undead, Crypt Ghouls are undead. Nehekhara Warriors are anti-infantry, Crypt Ghouls are not anti-infantry. Nehekhara Warriors cost 575, Crypt Ghouls cost 500. In this case, the Nehekhara Warriors got all 3 tiers of Realm of Souls that were all fully utilized on all units, and they got their Ushapti summon in to fight the Crypt Ghouls, and they still did not take out half of the Crypt Ghouls. They didn't even take out half of them. They have 900 remaining, and they only took out 800 of the 1700 that started. So that is what I mean when I project some of this testing, is that the testing is not perfect, but it does give you a pretty good insight into how these will perform. Now, how these perform inside of an army and inside of an actual fight is a different thing altogether. I understand that, but I think we can definitely say giving the Nehekhara Warriors a bonus, a true bonus versus infantry, because it says they're anti-infantry and damage dealer of 6, because they don't have a true bonus versus infantry. It's not a bad thing. I think that wouldn't boost them up to make them. They still might not be better than the Crypt Ghouls in terms of their overall value, but they would be a little bit more intuitive, and they would help the Tomb Kings, because not having a reliable unit, it's not just having reliable units in all places for all factions. That's not what I mean, but I think it hurts the game when you have units that are not intuitive. If you're a new player and you're coming to the game and you're coming to multiplayer for the first time, and you're like, I want cheap anti-infantry, you're going to pick up a bunch of Nehekhara Warriors, and you're going to be awfully disappointed when you get crushed, and you're not going to realize that it is the game itself that has let you down and not your own thinking, which can be disheartening, right? You think, oh man, I tried to bring these anti-infantry damage dealers, and it turned out that the faction I was fighting had a lot of infantry, and they were low armor, but I still didn't win. Is it just that I'm that bad of a player? And maybe that might be the case, but it's when units that are counterintuitive or don't follow what you think they should be able to do is when I think it hurts the game as a whole. And not that I'm an absolute perfectionist, but I do like the game to make sense. And this is one of those cases where I didn't know Nehekhara Warriors were so weak until I did the testing, but they tested out at number 21 of 23, and that's pretty poor. Like, I wouldn't want them to be in the top 10 when it comes to, because undead units have other advantages, but to have them be sort of number 12, 13, 14, something like that, is about where you would expect them to be in this sort of tier. And it would not totally alter the game. It would not totally alter the Tomb Kings play, but it would make them a little bit more intuitive and a little bit more interesting. And it's a very small change and an easy one to make. Give them their anti-infantry bonus versus infantry of 6. Test them out. Maybe that's too much. You do 5 or 7 if it needs to be balanced or set. And I think that makes the Tomb Kings a little bit better, and it makes the game a little more intuitive, which I think are all good things. Anyways, I would love to hear from you in the comments below. This has been fantastic discussion over the past few days, and I've gotten some amazing comments, some really good analysis, some discussion on the flagellants, some suggestions on our discussion on the ranking, and discussions on the abilities, and it's been really fantastic and fascinating for me, and I absolutely love it and look forward to hearing more. So with that said, I will see you soon.